Hello everyone. Welcome to the next lecture on the complex analysis. Today I will explain you with the help of the 25 plus examples in this lecture related to the Cauchy integral formula. Myself Dr. Harish Garg. You can follow my YouTube channel where you can find the playlist of the complex analysis. In this playlist you can see the various lectures start from the basic concepts to the Cauchy-Riemann equation, polar form, residue, complex integration and many more lecture available in this playlist. You can follow and subscribe my this YouTube channel so that you will get the notifications. What is the objective of this lecture? What is the objective of this lecture? That is the most important thing. Our target is to evaluate the integration over the closed curve C. The question arises is how we can find the value of such kind of the integration. I will explain you this lecture with the help of the 25 examples, and after the completion of the 25 examples I will give you the 10 plus examples as an exercise to you so that you can firstly understand the concept and then you can solve the 10 plus examples at the end of this lecture. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. Now, whenever you are working on the Cauchy integral formula, that means whenever your target is to evaluate the integration over the closed curve C, then I will disguise into the two cases. The case one is when the power of k is a 1 and the second is when it has some power. K may be greater than of 1. Fine. Whenever it is of multiplicity 1, that means the k is my 1, then you can find this function integration value is 2 pi iota of the function value at the given pole. Whenever you have the multiplicity k, then again it's a 2 pi iota k minus 1th derivatives at the point z is equal to a. This is the first method. There is one more method and that could be in journal for either of the cases. You can find the coefficient of the z minus a, 1 over z minus a. That will be the answer irrespective of the power k. I will explain you this with the help of the several examples. So let's see that. Always remember, whenever you will see the integration, the step number 1 always, you can always draw the reason. Always draw the reason. What is the reason is? Like in the first case, this the mod of z is 1. Then in the step number 2, you can find the pole of the function. Find how you can find the pole of the function. You can put denominator is my 0. Fine. And then step number 3, you can evaluate the integration. Fine. Now, I will use these 3 steps in all those 25 plus examples, and you can also use the same step for the 10 plus examples that I will give you an exercise at the end of this lecture. Now, what is that? Mod of z is equal to 1. This is the equation of the circle. And the general equation of the circle is z minus a is r, where r is called as the radius and a is called as the center. So if you compare them, what is the center? Center is my 0 and the radius is my 1. So can you draw the circle? Center is 0, radius is 1. So the curve is my this case. Fine. Now can you find the pole of this function? The pole of this will be, denominator will be 0. That is z is equal to 1. Now once you will look about the z is equal to 1, where it lies? It lies on the circle. Fine. The pole is z is equal to 1 and it lies on the circle. So therefore, apart from the z minus 1, what is the left behind is? This is the left behind. That means z square minus z plus 1. फाइन. आपको एफ जेड किसको लेना है? जो भी आपका पोल है उसको स्किप कर दीजिए. उसके बाद जो भी बचा, इस केस में जेड स्क्वायर माइनस जेड प्लस 1 रह गया. दैट विल बी योर एफ जेड. फाइन. देयरफॉर by using the Cauchy integral formula, this answer will be 2 pi iota f of pole. So what is the right answer? 2 pi iota. What is the f of 1? 1 minus 1 plus 1. So that means 2 pi iota is the right answer of the problem. Look at the second part. Again, mod of z is equal to half. That means radius is my half and the center is my 0. So can you draw the circle? this is half, this is minus half. Can you find the pole? The pole is my z is equal to 1, where the z is equal to 1 lies. Z is equal to 1 lies here. Fine. How? You can see what is your z, x plus iota y, and if it is 1, you can see x will be 1, y will be 0. So where is the point of 1 comma 0? 1 comma 0 lies here, and it is my outside the circle. Fine. This is outside the circle. That means the given function is my analytic. Once this point is lies outside the integration, outside the circle, then the answer is my 0 always. Fine. So always remember there are the two cases. If it lies outside, then the answer is always 0. If it is inside, then you can find as the value of 2 pi iota of f of z. Look at the third example. Firstly, you can draw the circle. This is the equation of the circle. Center is 0, radius is 3. So you can draw the equation of the circle with the radius 3. Fine. Now can you find the pole of them? So the pole of the given function is, you can put the denominator is my 0. Fine. So that give you z is equal to 1, z is equal to 2. Now look at the, where is a z1? Z1 is equal to here, z2 is equal to this one. Fine. This is my 1, this is my 2, because this is my 3. So that means both the poles lies inside the circle. So if it is inside the circle, that means the answer is not 0. Fine. Then how you can solve them? Can you write the partial fraction of, firstly, I will tell you the two different methods. The first method is, can you write the partial fraction of z minus 1, z minus 2? So it is z minus 1, z minus 2. So what is the value of the z is equal to 1? It is minus 1. Z is equal to 2. It is plus 1. Then I can multiply e raised to power 2z on the both side. Z minus 1, z minus 2. I can write the firstly the positive part. 2 of z, z minus 2, and e of 2z of z minus 1. Fine. Now for this case, z is equal to 2 lies inside. So the answer is 2 pi iota. For this case, what is your fz? Your, in this case, fz is 2 e raised to power 2z. At the point of, you can find the value at z is equal to 2. Similarly, for this case, 2 pi iota e raised to power 2z, pole is my 1. So the answer is 2 pi iota is a common, e raised to power 4 minus e raised to power 2 is the right answer. Fine. This is the first method. Second method is, instead of writing this manner, what you can do is, let me clear this. You can write the partial fraction of this whole quantity as such. So what is the, if this is z minus 1 and this is z minus 2. What is the partial fraction? Z is equal to 1. You can substitute z is 1. It is minus e raised to power 2. Z is equal to 2. It is e raised to power 4. And then you can integrate them. So the answer is e raised to power 2 is a common. It will be 2 pi iota, because there is no fz, that is a 1. E raised to power 4 is outside, 2 pi iota. And again you can see the answer is 2 pi iota e raised to power 4 minus e raised to power 2. This is the second method. Fine. There is one more method. I will tell you the third method. How you can write the third method is, you can see your given function is z minus 1, z minus 2. Fine. This is my third method. Now, because both the pole lies inside the circle, so corresponding to the z is equal to 1. Corresponding to z is equal to 1. You can take fz is, क्या बताया मैंने, fz क्या लेना आपको, इस पॉइंट को छोड़ दो, बाकी जो रह गया, you can see what is the remaining side is this part. So you can take fz is e raised to power 2z divided by z minus 2, and corresponding to z is equal to 2, second pole आपका 2 है, except the z minus 2, बाकी क्या रह गया, in that case your fz is e raised to power 2z over z minus 1. Fine. So the answer is corresponding to the z minus z is equal to 1. Answer is 2 pi iota of f of 1. It will be e raised to power 2 over minus 1 plus for the second case 2 pi iota e raised to power 2 fill कर दिए यहाँ पे e raised to power 4. Again you can see e raised to power 4 minus e raised to power 2 pi iota is the right answer. So you can choose any one of the method, first, second and third method. Fine. I hope student you can like and comment on the video as well. Okay, look at the next one. So firstly you can draw the curve. The region is xy plane. This is my x. This is my y. The first point is 0, 0, minus 2, comma 0. Fine. Minus 2, comma minus 2 and 0, comma minus 2. So your curve is my this one. Is it fine? In the clockwise, oriented in the clockwise direction. Then can you find the pole of the given function? What is the pole? Z square plus 2z plus 2 is equal to 0. So I can use minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a minus b plus minus 2 iota over 2, that is minus 1 plus iota minus 1 minus iota. Fine. So your points are minus 1 plus iota, minus 1 minus iota. So which point is there? If you consider the first point minus 1 plus iota, that means the real component is minus 1, imaginary is plus 1. Where it lies? X is equal to minus 1, y is equal to plus 1. It lies here. Corresponding to the second point, z is equal to minus 1 minus iota. X is minus 1, y is equal to minus 1. Where it lies? Minus 1 and minus 1. And clearly say this point lies outside this region and this point lies inside the region. That means only this point lies inside the region. Fine. So therefore this integration by the Cauchy plus 2z plus 2, I can write this formula is z minus first root minus 1 plus iota z minus of iota. So can you take the value of the fz? Because this is the point which lies inside, that is corresponding to this point. तो बाकी क्या रह गया? This one, that will be 1 over z minus 1 plus iota, you can consider as f of z. Fine. So the answer will be 2 pi iota f of the pole. Pole is my minus 1 minus iota. I can substitute value is a 2 pi iota 1 over minus 1 minus iota minus minus plus 1 minus iota. So it's a minus of 2 cancel. It's a minus pi iota is the right answer of this problem. It's a pi iota. Fine. Sorry, it will be 1 and 1 will be cancel out. Fine. It's a minus of 2 iota. So minus 2 iota will be, it's a minus of pi is the right answer. Always remember student, this kind of the question usually asked in the CSIR and the GATE examination. Every year 2 question definitely asked related to this concept. Okay, look at this another one. So firstly you can find the circle. This is the equation of the circle with the radius 2. Fine. Now can you find the pole? The pole is z plus 1 raised to power 4 is 0. That means the value of the z is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. That means z is equal to minus 1 is the pole with multiplicity 4. Fine. With the multiplicity 4. And minus 1, it lies inside the circle. Fine. Now what we have discussed so far we have discussed all have the multiplicity 1. In each of the example we have discussed so far, that is each has a multiplicity 1. Multiplicity means कितनी बार वो repeat हो रहा है. कोई भी रूट अभी तक जितने एग्जाम्पल करे हमने कभी भी रिपीट नहीं हुआ. Fine. और now this example is related to the multiplicity 4. Fine. Then in how you can find the value of the integration, that will be how you can find multiplicity is 4. Find course except of this, what is your fz? Fz is my 2 raised to power. So that will be multiplicity is 4. 4 minus 1 factorial. 4 minus 1 factorial. That is a then the third derivative of the fz at the value of the pole. Multiply by 2 pi iota. Fine. So your target is to find the third derivative of this f raised to power 2z. The first derivative is this. Second derivative will be 4 times e raised to power z. Third derivative will be my 8 of 2 raised to power z. And the z is my minus 1. So it's a 2 pi iota over 6. 8 e raised to power minus 2z is the right answer. You can cancel out or you can do the calculation and that will be the right answer. Remember student, यहाँ multiplicity 1 से जा रहा थी. That's why we are using this derivative formula. Again, you can see this is the equation of the circle. You can draw them. Fine. And can you find the pole? What is the pole? Pole is z minus cube is equal to 0. That means z will be pi over 6 with multiplicity 3. Now you can check whether it lies inside the circle or outside the circle. This is my 1. So what is a pi by 6? 3.14 divided by 6 is a 0.5 something. 0.5 lies here. Fine, because its x is my 0.5, imaginary part is my 0. So that is lies inside the circle. Once it lies inside the circle, can you take on the value of the fz? So your fz is apart from the pole. Z minus pi by 6 के अलावा क्या बच गया आपका? It is a sine square z. So your answer is multiplicity is 3. So I can take it as a 2 pi iota. 3 minus 1 factorial. Second derivative of fz. Fine. At the point z is equal to pi over 6. Fine. So can you find the second derivative? You can see the first derivative will be 2 sine z into cos z. I can written as this is my sine of 2z. Fine. So can you find the second derivative? The second derivative will be my 2 cos of 2z. So I can substitute them. It's a 2 pi iota. 2 factorial is my 2. 2 cos of 2z at the value of pi by 6. So it's a pi over 3. So that value will be pi iota into 2. The value of the cos 60 degree, that is my half. So this value will be cancelled. Answer is pi iota is my right answer. Okay, look at this another one. C is a positive oriented circle with the radius 3, center at origin. Fine, this is my center, radius is my 3. Then find the value of this. This is the same question which was asked in the CSIR net 2023. Fine, you can see I will again solve with the same method. Can you find the pole of the function? The pole is z square, e raised to power z, e raised to power minus z will be 0. That means z square will be 0 and e raised to power z is equal to e raised to power minus z. That give you z square is 0 and e raised to power 2z is equal to 1. E raised to power 2z is equal to 1 means 2z is equal to 0. In this case, you will see is a 0, 0. So that means you can see the value of the z is 2 0 from this side, 1 0 from this side. That means you can say z is equal to 0 is the root with multiplicity 3. Fine. And it lies inside the circle. So your roots are, poles are my 0 with the multiplicity 3 and it lies inside the circle. If it lies outside, then the answer will be 0. If it is lies outside, but in this case it is lies inside them. Then your target is to find the integration of this will be 2 pi iota. It's a multiplicity 3. It is 1 over 2 factorial. Second derivative of What is the remaining side is? What is the because can you write this quantity in the z square? No. Fine. So you can see because multiplicity is my 3. So I can write firstly this is z cube z e raised to power z minus. So your what is the fz? Can you find the value of the fz from this? Because you have the multiplicity 3. तो z cube को छोड़ के बाकी क्या रह गया आपका? This is my fz. बिकॉज आपकी मल्टीप्लिसिटी क्या है, 0 की 3 है, तो इसको 0 जेड क्यूब चाहिए था, वो नहीं है, पहले बना लीजिए आप इसे. सो दैट विल बी हियर. फाइन. तो आप देखो, इफ यू फील दैट द डेरिवेटिव इट इज क्वाइट इजी फॉर यू, दैट यू कैन फाइंड द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ दिस 2 times, then you can do that. Otherwise, the second method is you can find the coefficient of z minus 0. Fine. So I can solve second derivative. You can do it very easily. It's on you. I can solve the problem with the help of the coefficient method. Fine. So that you can learn this. So remember, what is the series of the e raised to power z? 1 plus z square over 2 factorial and so on, minus e raised to power minus z, 1 minus z and so on. Is it okay? Now you can see 1 will be cancelled out. This z square will be cancelled out. So the inside quantity will be 2 times z. Similarly, it's a 2 times z cube over 3 factorial and so on. I can take in 2 as a common. Z is my common. So it will be 2z cube. I can substitute the value in the given function. So that will be dz over 2z cube 1 plus here. Fine. Now since my target is to find the coefficient of 1 by z, so that means I need here only the coefficient of the z square. So if you apply the binomial theorem, fine, so it will be minus z square over 3 factorial minus and so on. Fine. So can you find the coefficient of the 1 over z? So it will be minus 1 over 2 into 3 factorial. That is the coefficient of 1 over z. Fine. So the answer is my 1 over 12. So you can substitute here. Your answer will be minus pi iota by 6. Fine. So if you feel that your derivative will be quite difficult, then you can apply the coefficient formula. Okay, look at this another one. Where firstly you can draw this. It's a ellipse. Fine. But you never know what is the major axis and the minor axis. So you can just draw the ellipse. Fine. Can you find the pole? Pole is my z minus pi iota is 0. That give you z is equal to pi iota. Where it lies, that means x will be 0, y will be pi. So where it lies, because we never know what is this value. So how you can check whether it lies inside this or outside? I can substitute the value of the z in the given left hand side. If this number is less than of the 6, then it lies inside. If it is equal to 6, then we can say it's on the ellipse. If it is greater than 6, then it is lies outside the region. So can you find the value of, I can change them. It's what is the absolute value? It will be under root of, what is the absolute value of the x plus iota y? Complex number. Sorry, it's not a square root. What is the absolute value of the complex number? This is root of x square plus y square. I can say this is pi square plus 4 plus, again it's a pi square plus 4. So that will be twice of 4 plus pi square. Now you can see pi is my 3.14. If you put them as square, it will be 9 point something. If you add them 4, that will give you 13 point something. And if you taken the root of 13 point something, that will give you 3 point something. If you give the 3 point something, if you multiply by 2, that will give you the 6 point something, and that is more than of the 6. Fine. And once it is greater than 6, that means the point is lies outside the circle. And once it is lies outside the circle, what does the meaning of this case? The integration is 0 is the right answer of the problem. Okay, look at this another one. Again, you firstly draw the, because it's an integration, you firstly draw the circle. What is the radius? Radius is my 2. Fine. Now, your first step is you calculate the f of 3. So, can you find the value of the f3? It's a 3 times z square plus 7z plus 1 z minus 3. Fine. Now, can you find the pole? Pole is z is equal to 3. Where it lies? It lies outside the circle. Once it lies outside the circle, so can you get the answer? The answer will be 0. So that means f of 3 is my 0 is the right answer. Now, look at the second part. Your target is to find the first derivative and the second derivative. Again, for the second part, again your circle is same, 2 and minus of 2. Fine. And f of 1 minus iota is here. Can you find the pole? Pole will be z is equal to 1 minus iota. So where it lies, that means x will be 1, y will be minus 1. So x is the 1, y is equal to minus 1 here because this number is my minus of 2. So this lies inside the circle. Fine. If it lies inside the circle, can you take the value of the fz? कैसे लेनी है आपको fz? इसको इस पोल को छोड़ दो तो बाकी क्या बच गया आपके पास? 3z² plus 7z plus 1. Fine. So your integration will be 2 pi iota of the fz at the point z is equal to z. So that means this value will give you the value of the z1 is my 2 pi iota 3z1 square plus 7z plus 1. Now once you know the value of the fz, then you can easily find the value of the f dash. You need the f double dash. You can easily find the value of f dash, f double dash. So this implies now your target is to find the value of the 1 minus iota. I can substitute the value of 1 minus iota. So that will be 13 minus 6 iota, and that is my 12 pi iota is the right answer. Similarly, if somebody will ask you find the third derivative of 1 minus iota, you can find the third derivative of this function. If somebody will ask you find the third derivative at the point 2 iota, you can find this value and then solve. Okay, look at this another one. This is again the question which was asked in the CSIR net examinations. Let gamma is the circle. This is the equation of the circle. You can see the gamma will be 3. That means I can say z is equal to 3. So this is the center at origin. Radius is my 3. Fine. Find the value of lambda for which these cases are equal. It's very simple. How? You can firstly find the pole of the both cases. Otherwise, you can factorize them. So it will be z minus 4, z minus 1. Fine. Can you find the pole of this function? What is the pole? Z is equal to 2 and it lies inside the circle. Can you find the pole of this function? Pole is my 1, pole is my 4. And once it is a 4, it lies outside the circle and 1 is lies inside the circle. Fine. So z is equal to 2 also lies inside. So for this case, what is your fz? It is lambda. Fine. For this case, can you find the value of the fz? It is 1 over z minus 4 because z is equal to 1 को ही तो छोड़ना है आपने. So then you can see z is equal to 2, z is equal to 1 lies inside it. So the left hand side, ये वैल्यू कितनी हो जाएगी आपकी? 2 pi iota f of 2. तो इस केस में आपका f कितना है आपका? सिर्फ इस केस के लिए f will be lambda. So the answer will be lambda into 2 pi iota. इस केस के लिए because z is equal to 1 only lies. So इस केस के लिए आपका fz कितना है? 1 over z minus 4. So your answer will be 2 pi iota f of 1. So कितना हो जाएगा आपका? 2 pi iota into minus 1 over 3. So both the values you can substitute in the given equations. So therefore lambda into 2 pi iota is minus 2 pi iota over 3. Lambda will be minus 1 over 3 is the right answer of the problem. Next question, it is again similar one. This is again asked in the CSIR net examinations. So it's a circle with the radius center 0, radius is 3 by 2, 1.5. Fine. Find the value of a so that this integration will be 0. तो मैं इसके फैक्टर बना लेता हूं नीचे z minus 2, z minus 1 plus a over z minus 1. Fine. Now again, इसका पोल कितना है? Pole is z is equal to 1 and it lies inside the circle. This case, the pole is my 2, pole is my 1. This point lies outside the circle, 2 is my here, and this lies inside the circle. Fine. So that's over. So how you can solve this value? So for this case, z is equal to 1 is the only point which lies inside. तो इसका आंसर कितना आ जाएगा? 2 पाई आयोटा f कितना हो जाएगा इस केस में? z plus 1 over z minus 2 एट द वैल्यू z is equal to 1. हमेशा याद रखिए fz कैसे लेना है. ये पॉइंट आपका इनसाइड है, इसको स्किप कर दो, ये स्किप हो गया, तो बाकी जो बच गया दैट विल बी योर fz प्लस दैट्स z is equal to 1 is lies inside. तो इसका क्या हो जाएगा? 2 पाई आयोटा. इसका क्या fz हो जाएगा? इसको स्किप कर दो, तो बाकी क्या रह गया? a at the point z is equal to 1. Fine. Now you can get the answer. It will be 1 plus 1 2, 2 over minus 1, so that is minus 4 pi iota plus 2 pi iota times a, and the right hand side is my 0. So can you find the value of a? A will be my 2 is the right answer of the problem. I hope you can like and comment on the video as well. Okay, look at this another one. Again, it's a circle with the radius half. So can you find the pole? The pole is my z plus 1 0. Z is equal to minus 1. So where is the minus 1 lies? This is minus half. So minus 1 lies here. And it is lies outside the circle. And once it lies outside the circle, answer will be 0. Fine. And how you can write in the examination? You can see the pole of the function is z is equal to minus 1, which lies outside the circle. Therefore, the given function is analytic everywhere. Hence, the integration is my 0. Look at this another one. Okay, you have to firstly draw the rectangle. The points are 2 plus iota, 2 minus iota, minus 2 plus iota, minus 2 minus iota. So this value will be 2 comma 1, x component, y component. Compare always with the x plus iota y, because this is the value of the z. This point will be minus 2 comma 1 and this value will be minus 2 minus 1. So where it lies? 2 comma 1, x is 2, y is equal to 1. X is equal to 2, y is equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 2, y is equal to plus 1 and minus 1. So the rectangle will be this side. Fine. Now can you find the pole? The pole will be z square minus 1 is 0. That give you z is plus minus 1. Now once it's a plus minus 1, can you check where it lies? That means it's a plus 1. So where is a plus 1? This value is my 2. So 1 is lies here, minus 1 lies here. So both the points are lies inside the circle. Fine. So I can factorize them here. So the answer will be, the first method is 2 pi iota. Corresponding to this case, your fz is my here. Fine. Cos pi z over z minus 1. Add the value. Z is equal to minus 1. Fine. Then for the second case, corresponding to the z minus 1, it's a 2 pi iota. What is the fz? Fz will be the remaining thing. Cos z plus 1 at the point z is equal to 1. Now you can substitute the values. Cos of my cos of minus pi, that is same as cos of pi, which is minus 1. So it is a minus 1 over minus 2 plus 2 pi iota, it is my minus 1 over 2. So the answer will be, this is a cancel, answer is my 0. Fine. Otherwise you can use as a partial fraction, otherwise you can simply use as my this method. Okay, look at this one. Again, you firstly draw that. You can compare z minus a is equal to r, where r is my radius, a is my center. So if you compare them, what is my center? Center is minus 3 iota. Radius is my plus 1. Fine. So if the center is minus of 3 iota, that means, so that means x is my 0, y is equal to minus 3. If you compare them with x plus iota y. So where is a minus 3 comma 1? Where is a minus 3 comma 1 is 0 comma minus 3. This is my 0 comma minus 3. Fine. And the radius is my 1. So that will be minus of 2. This is minus 4. So your circle is my this case. Fine. Now, can you find the pole? Pole is denominator as a 0. Either this is my 0 or z is equal to minus pi iota. So where is the z 0 lies? 0 lies here and it is my outside the circle. Corresponding to this case, x is my 0, y is equal to minus pi. Minus pi means 3.14, minus 3.14 here. And this point is lies inside the circle. Fine. Once it lies inside the circle, your answer will be 2 pi iota. What is the fz? इसको छोड़ देंगे हम. Your fz will be 1 over z at the point of the pole. Fine. Now you can see your answer will be minus of 2 is the correct answer. उम्मीद करता हूं स्टूडेंट्स आप लाइक एंड कमेंट जरूर करेंगे वीडियोस को. Let's see is the closed contour consisting the origin. What is the radius? Radius is not given to you. Fine. That means center is my origin. Radius is my unknown to us. Fine. It may be 1, it may be 7, it may be anything. Okay. So can you find the pole? Pole is z of n plus 1 is my 0. So that means z is equal to 0 is the pole with multiplicity. What is the multiplicity? With multiplicity n plus 1. N plus 1 times it 0 आएगा. Fine. So that means with the multiplicity n minus 1 and 0 is lies inside the curve. तो आप देखो यहाँ multiplicity 1 से जा रहा है. So your answer will be 2 pi iota. And if the function has the k multiplicity, then the formula will be k minus 1 factorial, k minus 1th times derivative. So it will be n factorial, nth derivative of the fz. Can you find the value of the fz? What is the fz? Again, because z is equal to 0, you can skip that. The remaining part is e raised to power a z at the point z is equal to 0. So firstly find the nth derivative and then substitute the value at z is equal to 0. So it is 2 pi iota. Can you find the nth derivative of e raised to power z? It is a raised to power z at the point z is equal to 0. So the answer is 2 pi iota a raised to power n is the right answer, because e raised to power 0 will be 1 is the right answer. Okay, look at this another one. The given circle is z minus 1 is equal to 3. Center is 1. So center is 1. That means x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0. This is x is equal to 1, y 0. Radius is 3. So radius is 3. That means this is my 4. This will be my minus 2. So this is my equation of the circle. Fine. Can you find the pole? Pole will be z plus 1 whole square is 0. That means z is equal to minus 1 with multiplicity 2. Now you can check where it lies. -1. -1 lies inside the circle. Fine. And once it lies inside the circle, how you can write this formula? It will be 2 pi iota into, is a multiplicity 2, is a 1 factorial, 1 times derivative of the fz. Can you find the fz? Fz is my e raised to power z at the point z is equal to -1. Now I think that's quite easy. You can find the first derivatives and get the right answer. This is again the similar. You can see z -1 is equal to half. That means center is my 1, 0. Radius is my half. So if this is my 1, radius is half, it is a 3/2, it is 1/2. So this is my equation of the circle. So can you find the pole? Z is equal to 1 is the pole having multiplicity 3. Fine. Now once it has a multiplicity 3, you can use the formula is 2 pi iota 1 over 2 factorial second derivative of the fz. What is the fz? Is log of z at the point z is equal to 1. फाइन. ये fz आपको बड़ा ध्यान से लिखना है. आपका z is equal to 1 है, इसको स्किप कर दो, जो बाकी रह गया वो आपका fz हो जाएगा. So you can find the second derivative of the log z. The first derivative is 1 over z. Second derivative will be -1 over z square. At the value z is equal to 1, it is my 2 pi iota over 2 factorial into -1 over 1 square. So minus pi iota is the right answer of the problem. Okay, look at this another one. Your target is to find the value of C. Again, this is a similar question, and this question is asked in the GATE and the CSIR net examination, both. Fine. Center is 0, radius is 3/2. Fine. This is given to you. Can you find the pole of the given function? Pole is z is equal to 1 and z is equal to 2 iota. Fine. So that means z is equal to 1 is the pole or called as a simple pole, जिसकी multiplicity 1 है उसको simple भी बोल देते हैं. And z is equal to 2 iota means it's a pole with the multiplicity 2. And you can see both are lies inside. Z is equal to 1. 1 यहाँ होगा. It lies inside. Z is equal to 2 iota. 2 iota. That means x is my 0. Y is equal to 2. This value will be my 3/2. So where is that 0,2? 0,2 lies outside. Fine. So that means only the pole of z is equal to 1 lies inside the region. So once you know only the pole which lies inside the region is z is equal to 1, can you take an f of z? इसको छोड़ दो, तो बाकी क्या बच गया fz? E raised to power iota pi z divided by z minus 2 iota. So the answer, what is the answer of this integration? This is 2 pi iota of the function f1. So it's a, so can you compare them? If you compare them, your C will be f of 1. Fine, because the left hand side is my 2 pi iota c. So c is my f1. So can you calculate the f1? It is e raised to power iota pi over 1 minus 2 iota square. What is the value of the e raised to power iota pi? I can use the De Morgan's theorem. Cos pi plus iota sine pi. This is -1 plus 0. -1, I can open the square. It's a plus b square minus 4 iota. So -1 over -3 minus 4 iota. Fine. Or you can find the target is a modulus. So it is -1 over -3 minus 4 iota. That is 1 over 3 plus 4 iota. So can you take the absolute value of this? It is 25. Fine. So 1 over 5 is the right answer of this problem. You can see I can return this number is 1 plus 9 plus 16. That is a 5. Okay, look at this another one. Again, this is the equation of the circle with the center 0, radius 3. Both are pole. Z is equal to 1, Z is equal to 2 are the poles which are lies inside the circle. Fine. So how you can find that? It is my 2 pi iota. जब आप z is equal to 1 के लिए करोगे, so your fz will be cos pi z square over z minus 2 at the value z is equal to 1 plus 2 pi iota corresponding to the z minus 2. आपका fz कितना हो जाएगा? cos pi z square over z minus 1 at z is equal to 2. Now you can substitute the value by the Cauchy integral formula. Cos of pi is a minus 1 over minus 1 plus 2 pi iota cos of 4 pi. Cos of 4 pi will be my 1 divided by 2 minus 1, 1. So the answer is 4 pi iota is the right answer. Otherwise you can use the partial fractions, fine, or otherwise you can substitute directly. So 4 pi iota is the right answer. Okay, look at this another one. Again, this is the equation of the circle with the center 0, radius 1. Can you find the pole? Pole is z is equal to 0 and z is equal to minus half. So where it lies? 0 is lies inside, minus half is also lies inside. So both the poles lies inside the circle. So therefore the answer is 2 pi iota. Both have the simple pole. Fine. So z के लिए करोगे तो function z square plus 1 over 2z plus 1 at the value z 0 पे plus 2 pi iota z is equal to half, मतलब इसको skip करोगे तो आपके पास फंक्शन रह जाएगा z square plus 1 over z at the value minus half. Now you can substitute the values. 2 pi iota 0 fill करोगे तो 1 हो जाएगा plus 2 pi iota minus half fill करोगे तो 1 over 4, that is a 5 over 4 minus half. So after the calculations you will get the answer as minus pi iota by 2 is the right answer. चलिए अगला करते हैं. Again this the z is equal to 1. Can you find the pole? Pole is z is equal to 0, z is equal to 4. तो पहले देखते हैं कौन सा पोल इसके इनसाइड लाई करता है. This is a circle 1. So clearly say 0 is the only pole lies inside and 4 is lies outside. Fine. तो इसका मतलब ये जो आपका इंटीग्रेशन है सिर्फ आपको किसके कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग निकालना है? 0 के कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग. कितना आंसर हो जाएगा? 2 पाई आयोटा z इज इक्वल टू 0 पे आपका fz कितना हो जाएगा? दैट इज माई cos z over z minus 4. So the answer will be 2 pi iota cos 0 is 1 minus 4. So answer is minus pi iota by 2. तो देखिए इतना ही सेकंड लगेगा जब आप इस क्वेश्चन को CSIR नेट और गेट में सॉल्व करोगे. फाइन. लेकिन प्रोसीजर लिखना कैसे है आपको फेयर एग्जामिनेशन में, तो आपको इस तरह से आप लिखोगे. लेकिन अगर आप कंपटीशन एग्जामिनेशन में हो देन यू कैन इजीली सॉल्व द आंसर्स विद इन दी 5 seconds. Okay, again you can see circle center is 0, radius is my 2. Fine. तो पोल क्या है इसका? पोल will be z is equal to 1, z is equal to 4. तो z is equal to 1 lies here, z is equal to 4 lies outside. Fine. तो इसका मतलब इस पूरे क्वेश्चन का आंसर कितना होगा? e raised to power z. सिर्फ आपको z is equal to 1 is the only pole which lies inside. So your answer is 2 pi iota into the function. What is the function is e raised to power z over z minus 4. So you can substitute this 2 pi iota e of minus 3. So that will be minus 2 pi iota e divided by 3 is the right answer. Fine. लेकिन आपको एग्जामिनेशन में लिखना कैसे है? अगर आपका सब्जेक्टिव एग्जाम है, यू कैन सी दैट इज द वे यू कैन राइट इन योर एग्जामिनेशन. आई होप यू कैन लाइक एंड कमेंट ऑन दिस वीडियो एज वेल. Okay, look at this another one. You can see this equation with the center is 1. So 1 means that is a 1 comma 0. radius is 1. So that is here. This is my 2, this is my 0. Can you find the pole? Pole is my z is equal to 1 minus 1. And you can see the minus 1 lies outside. This is my lies outside. So the only pole which lies inside is z is equal to 1. So I can write f of z, z is equal to 1 के corresponding. ये आपका fz हो जाएगा. Fine. And you can substitute the values at 1. So your answer will be 3 plus 1, 1 plus 1. Pi iota. Sorry, it's a pi iota. 2 and 2 cancel. So it's a 4 pi iota will be the right answer. These questions are exercise for you. You can see I have given you the 10 questions which are exercise for you. You can try to solve this both with the help of the shortcut tricks and with the help of the detailed solutions. So let me know in the comment box, are you able to understand this lecture very well or not? I'm waiting for your comments, and don't forget to like and comment on the videos. We will see the next lecture on the derivative of the analytic function very soon. Till then, you can share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Best of luck, students. Happy learning always.